Poppy Playtime Chapter 4 just dropped this new gameplay trailer, and there's a ton of information to unpack. Not only does it tease what's in store for the upcoming chapter, but it also hides some pretty massive secrets beneath the surface. So hey everybody, I'm Jeeps, and today we're diving into this exciting new footage, so let's break it all down and figure out what it means for the dark, twisted world of Poppy Playtime. Let's kick things off by diving straight into the trailer. If you want to skip ahead to the analysis, check the time frame above, but for now, let's set the stage with the trailer itself.
Down here, it's not like anything you've seen above. It's hell. And Playtime wanted it to be.
Now what's this?
They call him the Doctor. He works with the prototype, commands everything down here. Hunting us, starving us.
There are no places you can hide. Not from me. I've got something special and more.
I need to make this right.
Let's make a game of you.
Hurry! Let us in! He's outside!
I failed you.
You lied to me!
Hiya there, pal. Follow me.
This new trailer is 2 minutes and 17 seconds long, and as you can clearly see, there's a lot that we'll be speaking about. A completely different location, scenario, and new allies alongside new foes, especially ones that have been hinted at for some time now. But for now, we'll be taking a look at the opening of the gameplay trailer. We begin with some type of goop dropping from the ceiling, while a jolly singing advertisement plays in the background spelling doughy, kind of like the ones for Pianosaurs and Huggy Wuggy. I originally thought that this new character was a creature made out of slime for kids, but the name Doughy suggests that this was an experiment or toy representing a material similar to Play-Doh. It is what the name suggests. Dough for children that you could play with. Anyways, the camera zooms out and looks upward, showing us a broken cell of some kind. The bars being completely broken while an alarm blares off in the background, almost as if someone or something broke out. Possibly during the Hour of Joy, which was the toy uprising within the factory. Poppy tells us that this new location is nothing like we've seen before, indicating how dark the chapter will really be, as developers in the past have stated chapter 4 will be the darkest yet. We're then shown part of the new sector where you can see red poppy gas flowing through the pipes that we saw from chapter 3, a lot of debris, and a 3 square symbol on the wall in the back of the room. Now believe it or not, we've seen all of this before when Yarnaby's trailer got released some time ago. The red pipes, and especially the square symbol, showing us that this is the exact location the trailer was teasing a good moment ago. We are then shown a room which bears a striking resemblance to the images released by Mob Entertainment, showing the high security sector I spoke about in my past video, which I believe is the same room just from a gameplay perspective. But you can see how everything went terribly wrong down here in the factory by the debris everywhere, and it's clear that we're getting closer to the core of where everything started. Then in the next clip we see Harley Sawyer on the TV, which looks us over before we see another image of what seems to be a cave, with the exact same logo at the top of the screen. This is followed by a hallway filled with TVs and what seems to be a dead Playtime employee with a grab pack and a hazmat suit. More on that later. Now what's interesting here to me is this. This is what Doughy says.
They call him the Doctor. He works with the prototype,
referring to Harley Sawyer. Now this is shocking because Sawyer clearly experimented on the prototype, and we've heard their chilling interactions before. Together these two are a nightmare. Intelligent, ruthless, and now apparently united with one another, which in the long run will make things increasingly difficult for the player. And we know that they've interacted before due to tapes gathered in past chapters. Now we can assume by the hazmat suit that the Playtime employee was wearing in this frame, and the red pipes alongside this clip where the pipes are shooting poppy gas out into the hall, that Playtime Co. intentionally laid out the pipes in the scenario of a containment breach from one of the experiments. Thus the hazmat suit so the poppy gas wouldn't affect the employees. Moving on, however, we then see a wall mural with multiple different drawings. A tic-tac-toe game, multiple colored hearts, possible imagery of the smiling critters, as you can see a green bunny possibly representing Hoppy Hopscotch, and the word safe haven with two long yellow arms surrounding it all. And if you look to the left of it, you can barely see the words, "She left us," with an image of Poppy scribbled out by an X. Now this could mean many things, but I believe that this refers to the Hour of Joy, where Poppy wasn't anywhere to be seen and all she could do was hide, eventually being trapped in the glass case that we found her in by the prototype. Or it has a deeper meaning, as from chapter 2 of Poppy Playtime, we saw a different side of Poppy that seemed darker and more sinister, so who knows if Poppy is actually on our side or not. But for the time being, we'll just have to see. And as for the mural, these two long arms could represent Yarnaby, as it bears a striking resemblance to his yellow arms. And the words "I'm scared" to the side, alongside the frowning faces on the drawings, show that this isn't just a safe haven, but that something more sinister was going on here. We then see an image of the server room from Harley Sawyer's trailer, with Yarnaby walking down the hall, where we also see his true size and how truly massive he is. Possibly the same size of, if not bigger than, Catnap. But what really gets me is the next scene where we see Harley Sawyer with countless other TV robotic creations in what seems to be a dark hallway, which implies to me that Harley cannot be killed directly. For example, if you destroyed one version of his body, he essentially has countless others to use and replace. And knowing that he has access to all of the cameras and power around the facility, it's clear that he is able to switch between these bodies or use multiple at any time he'd like. This is shown later in the trailer, where we see similar bodies like his moving towards our character, but freezing when in plain sight, like mannequins do in many horror games, similar to Miss Delight in chapter 3. What we see in the next frame is actually quite interesting as well. Kissy Missy and Poppy are seen together with us, which means that whatever attacked Kissy Missy at the end of chapter 3 failed to kill her. We don't know if killing her was the objective, but whatever happened, Kissy made it out alive and found her way back to us. A voice similar to the prototype then speaks, and Poppy can be seen with her eyes wide open as she turns, seemingly terrified or shocked. And who wouldn't be? We're facing two of the most dangerous characters in the entirety of this series. One, the creator of the Bigger Bodies Initiative, and two, the most intelligent experiment of them all. Anyways, we see a frame of plushy nightmare critters moving towards us, similar to the smiling critters from the playhouse in chapter 3, but with a lot more speed and aggression than before, followed by a clip of us moving through countless bodies of dead Playtime Co-employees, possibly representing the area in which Poppy told us about at the end of the last chapter, where the experiments hit the bodies deep down below where nobody could find them. We get another clip then showing Kissy Missy and Poppy banging on a door, trying to urgently get out as if someone was chasing us. In a single clip of Pianosaurus running towards us while we lay on the ground next to some shattered glass, which could possibly be a kill animation of some kind. But it makes me wonder how impactful Pianosaurus will really be, as we don't see much of him at all here. After this, however, the trailer really starts to speed up. We see a small clip of a larger sized Bobachop springing forth at us, possibly representing bigger bodied versions of the smiling critters, Dowie or some other characters saying they failed us, and a live view of Yarnaby chasing us with his mouth wide open both ways, which looks absolutely terrifying. But it makes me wonder if Yarnaby can actually change his size size, as he looked ginormous earlier on in the trailer, but we'll have to wait and find out for that one. Finally, we see the doors open within the TV room that we saw earlier on in the trailer, which reveals a white landscape, and then the trailer cuts back to the same cell that we started in, the dough still dropping through the vents until it reforms into a lifelike figure, then telling us to follow him. And if you're wondering, this little creation of Play-Doh that we see right here is our friend Doughy. And yeah, that's the trailer in its entirety. Lots of hidden details, and for 2 minutes they gave us so much information to work with. It's practically amazing and hypes me up for the upcoming chapter in the next few days. Before I say anything, I want to mention that in the festive images for Poppy Playtime with Thanksgiving dinner and the Christmas night, we had 2 mysterious figures in each image, both looking like a small snowman or something with a hat. Essentially, after seeing Doughy with that hat, if you try and compare their shape, this could be the possible character that Mob Entertainment was waiting to reveal to us last minute, which honestly would make a lot of sense. We knew that there was one more character left to introduce to us before they were gonna release the chapter, and I'm pretty sure with confidence that this is the guy. So that shadow figure that we saw in both those images, that is Doughy. Now, as I was saying, first off, if you look in the description of the trailer, you will see the following message: a brand new ally joins you, Kissy and Poppy in the darkest adventure in the Poppy Playtime series yet. Now, this tells us that a new ally will be joining us, which we can infer who that is from Doughy at the end of the trailer, saying that he's going to help us and we just have to follow him. And if you didn't get the name from the music audio at the beginning of the trailer, when he speaks, if you have captions on, his name will pop up during the dialogue. And speaking of dialogue, we can also hear Ollie shouting that he's outside. He referring to someone, could be Yarnaby, could be Harley Sawyer. The prototype, we do not know yet. Check this video for my theory on Ollie and the prototype, how they could be the exact same person. But more importantly, how is Playtime Co. able to create an experiment with the ability to deconstruct and reconstruct at will? I'm just happy that this guy's on our side for the time being, or at least we think he is. But you have to ask what experiments were conducted in order for this to occur. I'm sure that there will be tons of documents in the next chapter and VHS tapes revealing lots of lore for us to uncover, which believe me, we will all together. Poppy Playtime comes out in 4 days, and I'll be rushing to get this video out before then. Thanks for watching. As always, I'm Jeeps, and I'll see you next time.